Hey guys, Brett Messmer from Technical Taekwondo. In today's video we are going to be talking about double kicks. Double kicks are primarily going to be used in a sparring situation. So primarily we are going to be focusing on techniques for the sport, for competition. That's where these double kicks are going to come into play. So there's a couple of different double kicks that we can do. I have done videos in the past where we have done the 1-2 double off the single leg. So the double kick that we're going to focus on is the one that's been around since about the mid-90s. When we're coming up with a straight, just 1-2, pop, pop. There's not a lot of power on this particular technique. You could dump the hip over a little bit more on the second one, but primarily this is just meant as a really fast way to score. Whether the first one is a fake and you're trying to score the second one, or you're trying to hit both of them, it really just depends on the situation, how you set it up. For this kick, what we're going to start off doing is basically just bringing your knees up for like a front jump kick motion, where my knees come up 1-2. The emphasis really should be on that first knee lift, because it sets the tone for the rest of the motion. If I bring up half a knee lift, or I bring it up a little bit slow, my second kick is going to follow whatever I initially start. That's generally the way our mind works. Okay? It takes a little bit more training to start off slow and then speed up. So when you're first learning this motion, just think about launching that first knee lift and getting used to doing a front jump angle kick where I'm turning that hip over a little bit on the second one. So we're basically going from a quick kick where that knee comes up a little bit. We're going to slam that knee up a little bit higher and go for more of the front jump angle kick. From there, we kick on the first one and the second one for a 1-2 motion. Okay. Again, just bringing that foot up. And I'm coming up mostly 45. I'm not turning that hip over. You're not going to get the full hip dump on these kicks. You're coming up 45, 45, right, left. Okay. If you're having trouble with this, you may want to practice the double front kick where there's no hip motion. It's just 1-2. Don't even worry about hitting the first one. Okay. And then after you get used to it, then you can start focusing on the second one. Move from there to the turning kicks, which is a little bit more difficult because you got to get a little bit of a hip dump. Once you're comfortable with the double, then more of a training drill. Start working triples and sets of 4. Build yourself up where you can do sets of 10, where you're build that up so you're just switching. Okay. One way to get used to that footwork is even going lower. Okay, and maybe working those types of drills. And then all that double kick is a higher version of this little butterfly footwork. One more technique that you can add in before teaching the switch kick is the idea of switching feet in place and kicking at the same time. So it's a rear leg jump kick, but I'm landing where I start, just on the other foot. So I'm switching feet and kicking at the same time. It's honestly can also be called a fade away jump rear leg kick, because I'm almost jumping straight up versus in. But practicing this technique and learning it before you do the switch kick might help your students understand how to do the switch kick. If not, it's just another good skill to learn. The next double kick we're going to talk about is a variation of switch kick. It makes sense to start off with what the switch kick is, first of all. Switch kick, lead leg picks up, bounce the knee down, and then up and kicking with the other leg. I am exaggerating it so you can see the motion, but you get the idea. So knee is up and switch off the other leg. So basically you're switching feet and kicking at the same time. Another way to think about that is your foot is on the target and you're switching feet just in the air. So it's the same motion as a switch foot. That's kind of why it's called a switch kick. The double version of this is when you're coming with a skip. And this skip could be a cut kick, it could be a turning kick, it could be whatever. It could be a skip push kick. The idea on this one is I come in, whether this is a fake or I step in, they move out of range. From here, I execute the switch. So 1, 2. So that's that double motion. And again, it's just skipping in and then doing that switch kick at the end. Just like anything else, you're gonna have to do lots of reps to get good, to get timing, and get that figured out. The next one is another variation of the switch kick, except for it's a back kick. Whether you're coming knee up and driving in, or you're coming more underneath and up that way, completely your decision. There's benefits of both. If I want knockdown power, I'm gonna lift my knee and drive through, because that's gonna be a much stronger technique. If I just need to score points, I'll sneak it in underneath. Again, it all depends on what you need at the time. So whether I'm coming in off the back leg and then through, or I'm coming off a skip, it's the same type of motion. It is that switch feet. Instead of a switch turning kick, it's a switch back kick. You accelerate that motion, and it's almost a 360 backside. The 360 is a front jump motion with a full turn. So my knees are still coming up, same way for that front jump kick. But for the 360, I'm adding a turn. By the way, if you tell students that a 360 back turning kick is the same as a front jump kick, they're not gonna get it. I have another video teaching the 360 back side kicks if you wanna follow that. On the motion with that switch back side kick, I can come in with a rear leg side kick or turning kick, whatever works for your fighting style. Okay, but I come in and then fire that backside kick. Can I hit with both techniques? Yes, but you want to be careful on the first one that you're just barely touching, just enough to set them up, knock them off balance a little bit. If you blast the first one, your second one's gonna miss. Okay, coming in that way. So that's kind of an escalation of the different double kicks that you can do. The last one I'm gonna show you guys is one that I usually use in competition, basically to keep myself safe. And what all this is after I throw a technique, I hold my reach chamber. And if the opening's there, I pop another kick. Rather than drop it straight down, he counters, I'm gonna reach chamber, pop the side kick. And again, it doesn't have a lot of power coming off of it. It's real short, but it can keep them in check. So just another good skill to develop is that side kick, which is gonna check their balance, and then I can come in with another rear leg or whatever I wanna throw after that, once depending on what opens up. Same thing, if I end up throwing a backside kick, having the ability to throw that side kick after you attack is gonna give you the ability to stop any counterattack that they throw and allow you to keep pushing and keep your momentum moving forward. It's a defensive technique, but it allows you to stay on the offensive, if that makes sense. That's pretty much what I have for you guys today. God bless and keep on kicking.